following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello, and welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, a veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable for the last 15 to 20 years of their life like their parents and grandparents. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free. That's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Well, a couple of things. This morning's numbers on the COVID thing, these are early this morning. Let's see here, 43,950,102. We're getting anywhere from 50 to 100,000 plus new infections a day. So by the end of the day, or certainly by early tomorrow, we'll be over 44 million infections. And then as far as the deaths, we're at, as of this morning, as 709,221. Now, again, you have to appreciate that in the Spanish flu, 1918, 1919, in America, we had 675,000 dead. You subtract 675,000 from 709,221, and we've got 34,221 more dead now in 18 months than we had in 2 years back then in 1918, 1919. And, of course, we're supposed to have the best healthcare system in the world. There's something going on here. Well, on the good news is, depending on how you look at it, there's going to be a booster shot, or maybe even the initial vaccinations available for kids between the ages of 5 and 12, and then booster shots. This is all from Pfizer, the Moderna and the J&J booster shot stuff. They're still applying for that. They haven't been approved yet. And maybe they say it'll be ready, by December or something like that for people over age 80 or something like that, which includes me. Okay. And so, at any rate, I've been throwing that out to you because we still have this thing going on. Okay? Now, you have to appreciate that when these vaccines come, that they don't guarantee anything. Vaccinations don't kill the viruses, bacteria, fungus, or yeast. Vaccines only alert your body to the bad DNA and RNA of the bugs. So you still are responsible for your immune system. And there's two things you have to do whether or not you get the vaccine. But in either case, you still need to do these two things to protect yourself. Number one, avoid all the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, butter, rhinos, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. No, even the diet one's got to go. And that's going to maximize absorption. One of the big problems with the breakthrough infections for people who have been vaccinated, they didn't give up the bad foods. They're still eating pancakes for breakfast. They're still eating oatmeal for breakfast. They're still having spaghetti at dinner time. They're still having flour tortillas. They're still eating bread. They're still drinking beer made from wheat. And their intestines are dead. They cannot absorb any nutrition to support their immune system. In addition, getting rid of all the bad stuff to maximize efficient absorption of nutrients for your immune system, which requires 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 minerals, and 3 fatty acids. You also need to, let's see here. Oh, you also need to, in addition to getting rid of all the bad stuff, you have to supplement with the 90. Our minimum, of course, is our basic program, our Healthy Start Pack, which has 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 minerals, and 3 fatty acids. But also, we have right now the big hammer in the toolbox, our Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, which has 215 nutrients, including the 90. And so I only weigh 142, but I take 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart Packs per month, full dose everything twice a day. I take the MSM. I take 3 of those 3 times a day. It's 2 bottles a month. So I can support my immune system, my bone marrow. I want to be able to make white blood cells and T lymphocytes, which are the Marines to go and kill and eat the viruses. I want to be able to make stem cells to make antibodies to go kill the viruses. I want to be able to make red blood cells and platelets go and help kill eat the viruses, prevention from bleeding to death, and all that kind of stuff. But you're going to have to be proactive with taking the supplements and avoiding the bad foods, as well as taking the vaccine. Or if you don't take the vaccine, it's equally important, or maybe even more important, to stay away from the bad stuff and take all the good stuff. All right? Very, very essential. I can't say it any stronger. Now, there's all these pre-existing conditions: diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, obesity. Obesity, oh my gosh. We've had an increase in obesity in the last 6 months of 38% in America. That's because everybody's just being laid off and this, that, and the other, and they're depressed, and they're sitting home and eating, and they're not supplementing, so they get this behavior called pica, P-I-C-A, and they eat and eat and eat, and they're gaining weight. Now, the record, the heaviest person documented, human being documented in the world, in the industrialized world, is 1,400 pounds for males and 1,200 pounds for females. Holy moly, I didn't know that. Okay? And of course, you have to appreciate that 83% of the people in hospitals on ventilators and really in serious trouble of dying, 93% are people who are not vaccinated, and 35% are kids, okay, under the age of 12. And so we've got some lessons to learn here. All right, we've got lessons to learn here. Well, that's why I don't know what people are doing. And so when I go out and I talk to really hundreds of people every week, I speak to thousands of people on the radio and the various Zooms and things that I do. And so I have to be able to shake hands with people, and, they want to hug you and all that kind of stuff. And so I have to protect myself. So I chose to take Moderna. I have the 2 vaccinations a month apart. And when the booster comes available, I think they said early December, I'll probably get that just to protect myself, because I know what I do and don't do, but I don't know what everybody else does and doesn't do. So I have to do double protection. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Longevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Longevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many of Ancient Legacy's oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. For life's everyday aches and pains, such as sprained ankles, pulled muscles, and other bumps and bruises, try Ancient Legacy Trauma Oil, which contains essential oils traditionally known to help with pain, swelling, and inflammation. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Longevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity, 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And when you look at the states that have the highest rates of infections and deaths, they have a very high population of Hispanics, blacks, and indigenous peoples, Native Americans, and Indians. It's not a racial thing. It's absolutely drop dead due to diet, okay? When you look at California, 39% of the population in California is Hispanic and 8% black. That comes out to 47%, almost 50%. When you throw in the indigenous peoples, you're 50% these peoples. And it's not a genetic thing. It's not a racial thing. It's due to diet. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Then you look at Texas, which consistently have the highest death rate and highest infection rates. You're looking at 53%, okay, 39% Latino and 14% black. And then you look at Florida as 25% Latino and 18% black. And let's drop down to Georgia. They really, one of the states are still in the top 10 when it comes to the number of cases of dead and infected. Georgia has 34% black and 9.5% Latino, so they're at 43.5%, almost 50%. When you throw in the indigenous peoples, they'll be at 50%. But it's all, again, diet. Everybody in these racial categories are living on wheat, barley, rye, and oats, wheat, barley, rye, and oats. And so I want people to get the book Black Gene Lies, the CD, Black Gene Lies. Get a hold of the book Hell's Kitchen. It goes into the history of why we're having such a struggle with this pandemic. Hell's Kitchen, the book, and Hell's Kitchen, the CD. And then, of course, we have the new CD out, which we'll talk about later. Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, I thought we'd talk a little bit about MSG, as I've got a story here, headline savory but bad for you, the flavor enhancer MSG, often used in fast food and processed food. It is monosodium glutamate and widely used as a flavor enhancer added to Chinese food and canned soups, processed meats, and fast food. FDA classifies it as a generally recognized as safe. However, in the 19th century, a doctor brought it to notoriety as he wrote an article in the New England Journal of Medicine about a causes of a syndrome he experienced whenever he ate Chinese food. And he felt a feeling of numbness in the back of his neck that later spread to his arms, also general weakness and heart palpitations. Over the years, the FDA has received many anecdotal reports of similar symptoms of people who ate the foods that had MSG. And they go on to say that you can actually experience headaches, heart palpitations, and numbness. And they listed some healthy substitutes for MSG, and those include salt and a dulse, which is an edible red seaweed, grows in the Pacific Northwest, beef stock, Parmesan cheese, shiitake mushrooms, yeast extract, soy sauce, and anchovies. So there you go. If you don't want to get the MSG, you can use those instead.
Yeah, and of course the symptoms he described sound like osteoporosis of the skull, squeezing the spinal cord, plus squeezing the 12 cranial nerves and causing all this stuff going on. And so it's kind of interesting. I'll kind of look more into that. Thank you for bringing that up, Doug. Really good stuff. Heads-up warning there. Absolutely. And that's what's important. Again, I want you to go to www.drjwallach.com, www.drjwallach.com, and look at the books. Don't forget Hell's Kitchen, the book and CD. It kind of shows you the track we're on and why we're in trouble with this COVID and health in general because of the electricity that we turned on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday, September 4th, 1882. And then I want you to appreciate that we can beat this thing, but we got to do two things. You can't just depend on the vaccination. This is where the doctors have failed us. They just say, well, we get the vaccination, that's going to take care of everything. Well, vaccines do not kill the viruses, bacteria, fungus, or you say just alert your body to bad DNA and RNA. You still have to support your immune system. None of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, brown, rye, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. And then absolutely you need the 90 essential nutrients. And again, I want you to get a hold of that book and CD, Hell's Kitchen, and it'll walk you through this and it'll show you how to survive these things. and for yourself and your family and your community. Don't forget the Victory Garden for your house and your church. Get that oxygen. Don't forget the Oxy Body. Back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552.
If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them with improved health? Youngevity has been helping people promote optimal health, among others, for decades. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors, who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission is to help people achieve overall health and wellness and to help educate others to achieve optimal wellness as well. And here's the best part. While helping people with their health and wellness, you'll also be able to build your very own home-based business. For more information, contact your local Youngevity associate. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily Tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Youngevity distributor today. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 90 for Life Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Charmaine, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, now, obesity is one of the biggest pre-existing conditions that sets you up for a bad outcome for COVID. If you get the COVID infection and you're obese, you're in trouble. And that's because when you're obese, you have a deficiency of nutrients, which results in a behavior called pica, P-I-C-A. Have you ever seen or heard of people talk about their pica, Charmaine?
Well, they don't call it that, but people just
they just say,
eating.
I can't stop eating. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they talk about.
Okay, now, right now, what would you do for somebody who needs to lose 25 pounds or more, which puts them in the obesity category? What would you do for them to help them lose that weight and take them out of that special category that puts them up for high risk of death from COVID?
they got to get on a gluten-free diet and no fried foods and no burnt animal fat and no oils, period.
Okay, and what else?
And they got to take supplements, otherwise you can't get to everything you need in your food anymore, for sure. It's not like it used to be back in the day.
Okay. Well, how would you help them lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day?
I'd get them on a keto bar diet.
Okay. Yeah, and you start out with one, and make it. You had to get 3 boxes to begin with because there's only 10 bars in a box. So, and after a month or so, you could go to 2 bars a day for 2 days out of the week. But the other 5 days, stay on one a bar a day. Okay. And what kind of meal should they eat for the meals that they're eating meals?
Oh, they need to eat good food, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats. They need to eat vegetables and fruit, fresh fruit, and meat, cooked, not fried, baked, steamed.
Yeah, baked, roasted,
like
boiled, steamed, roasted. Yeah, absolutely. Even those, what do they call them? Those frying machines, what do they call them? Air fryers. There you go, air fryers.
Yeah.
Those are bad because when you heat up the fat in the meat up to frying temperature, you're still going to get fried foods. You can't have that. So that was kind of a misstep there. And so, I mean, yeah, you and I have been doing this for 30 years, Char, and we've seen so many people really do a good job of losing a half a pound to 2 pounds a day on this program. Never fails if you do it right. And then we have not had a plethora, I guess is the word I'm looking for. We have not had a bunch of our people get the COVID. We have not had a bunch of our people die from the COVID because they've been with us, some of them, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. You have people in your group who've been with you for 30 years. Yep. And they do a good job of staying alive. And I know, and so, they still stop by your place to pick up product and things like that because you have a bookstore and a little warehouse there on your property, and you've been doing this for a long time. So there's people from 3 or 4 or 5 states and even southern Canada who depend on you. They're constantly coming through, and of course you have really great tax breaks, which helps you with your property and helps you with your cars and all kinds of stuff, and your insurance and health and all that kind of stuff. So I really applaud you, and you're such a great example of what can come good from working with Youngevity. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Listen to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there, in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables. And besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. And I do have a new CD out. We're being able to ship today and tomorrow, so you can order today, www.drjwallach.com. The new CD is Dr. Wallach's Law of Photosynthetic Disruption and Global Warming. Tells you why you need to have a victory garden in your house. Add the Oxybody to your supplement program. It's a liquid, tastes good. It actually is a great source of oxygen, but you also need plants. And so this is why you're going to put the plant-derived colloidal minerals and the blooming minerals into your house plants, into your decorative plants around the house. Have plenty of oxygen in your house, around your house, and the odds of you getting COVID will be reduced significantly. You need oxygen, and this, you don't want to be dying like the dinosaurs, no oxygen. That's why they died. They died of hypoxia. They didn't die from global warming. There was no cars back then. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Michigan. And Linda, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Linda. You're on the air. How can we help you?
Wallach. Thank you for taking my call. Dr. Wallach, first I just want to tell you that my fiance in 1993 was in a terrible automobile accident, and he suffered a traumatic brain injury. And during that time, he was on anti-seizure medications. He said it ruined the quality of his life, and he chose to go off of them. And he has lived 17 years without them. Now, to fast forward, he's 61 years old today. He recently, in mid-July, started having symptoms of COVID. And on the last day, he couldn't talk straight, but everything else was normal. And I took him up to the hospital. I thought maybe he had a stroke or something, and it wasn't that. He did have a high temp, and they ended up, when they tried to catheterize him, it caused him a lot of distress. And 2 minutes after that, he had a massive seizure. They vented him and put him in a drug-induced coma for 5 weeks, which now he's come out of the coma in September 11th. He came out of the coma, but now 2 days ago, he's been on 300 milligrams of phenobarbital and daily, but now he's starting to have seizures again.
Okay, so his main complaint are these seizures.
Right.
Okay.
He had come out of the
160.
hospital, doctor, and was in a rehab hospital to regain his strength.
Okay.
And Sunday, not in the middle of the night, he started having seizures again.
Oh, my. Okay, so how much does he weigh?
He weighs 210. He's 5'10".
Okay. All right. Does he have any other issues, any diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis?
No, nothing.
Okay. No bowel problems, no irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, diarrhea, celiac disease, none of that kind of stuff?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay, so his only real complaint...
constipation.
Okay, did he test negative for COVID?
Yes, every time, and I believe he had it because I had it 2 years ago, March, and he had every symptom I had.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Charmaine, what would you do for somebody who has seizures, and it may or may not be related to an accident some years ago? What would you do for him?
Boy, well, I get him on 2 healthy brain and heart packs, and of course he's got to do the diet too. No wheat, barley, rye oats, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, no oils of any kind. And
he needs to be on 2 the healthy brain and heart packs. He needs 2 bottles a month of the MSM. He needs the de-stress capsules, Ultimate Niacin Plus. Get him on the Oxybody, and call us every 2 weeks. We'll walk you guys through this. Back after these messages.
And that does open a line. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Lines open. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it, too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Los Angeles, California. And Rose, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Rose, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi there, Dr. Wallach. I'm calling for 2 reasons. I have a problem with blood pressure medications and some supplements. I have reactions to them. And I'm calling because when I last called you, Charmaine recommended Fucoid Z and MSM Ultra for osteo of the scalp and kidney blockage. The doctors want to put stents in, and I don't want to do that. But unfortunately, the Fucoid Z and MSM Ultra, I had a reaction to them. And I'd like to know what I can do about that.
Okay. Well, the Fucoid Z, we do have a liquid form called Z Radical. And, of course, instead of taking the full dose of the Fucoid Z, you might try start out with maybe a half a capsule instead of a whole capsule. Instead of 3 capsules twice a day, start out with a half a capsule. Open it up and take half of it and put in some applesauce or something like that and see if you can start out, low. The liquid, instead of taking an ounce twice a day, take a teaspoon to start out with and see how that works for you. The high blood pressure, I would go with the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. They come in a glass, a hard bottle with a green label, and you can start out again with one of those or a half of one of those a day to start with, and make sure that you're staying away from all the bad foods. And so,
Yeah, I'm able to take all the supplements. I'm waiting for my healthy heart and brain pack. That's fantastic. I can take everything. These 2 were the only 2 that I was not able to tolerate.
Yeah. Okay.
So
we'll go for the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Okay. Mm-hmm. For the blood pressure, start out with 1 or a half of 1, so you don't throw yourself into throwing up and all that kind of stuff. And so let's start there. Let's go a little bit different direction, rather than trying to, we have 5,000 products. That's why we have 5,000 products, because everybody can't tolerate everything. So you're not
what
the
about
first person.
The MSM Ultra?
Okay. MSM, there's 2 ways you can do that. Number 1, just the MSM, the plain MSM. You can also take our ProJoint FX. ProJoint FX, which has a small amount of MSM in it, but it has collagen and that sort of stuff in there. We also have the Cal Toddy. The Cal Toddy is also very useful. It has calcium, like it's a liquid. It has calcium. It has the vitamin D3, and it also has liquid collagen in there. So you have 3 or 4 products we have that really, we have so many, literally thousands and thousands and thousands of people use these products every month without a problem. And so that's why I'm recommending you to try those. But your blood pressure thing should be a very quick, easy thing. Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. They bring it down pretty quick. And you can start out with 1 twice a day and don't have any problems, and go to 2 twice a day after 2 or 3 days of doing it. And, your goal is to get to 3 twice a day, and then give us a call again. We look forward to hearing from you. And I'm sure a lot of our listeners do, because a lot of listeners, they say, well, yeah, I tried other products from other companies and didn't have a good outcome, and so I'm afraid to try. And so they'll be looking forward to hear your result. Okay. Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Arkansas. And Scott, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Scott. You're on the air. Yes, sir. How can we help you?
I have a calico cat. She's 16 years old, just turned 16 years old. She weighs 10.5 pounds. And I took her in on June 3rd, and they took her. She said she had high blood pressure, and they put her on amlodipine. And I just spent the last couple of months trying to get the dosage right, and we finally got the dosage right at 0.7 milliliter. A week after she started on the amlodipine suspension medicine, she was having trouble breathing. I took her in, and they put her on furosemide and vetmidine. The furosemide
okay.
For
okay. We only have a little bit of time. Okay, we only have a little bit of time here. Okay, so Scott, so you need to get to it. How is she doing now?
She's stable. He says that she looks good.
Okay, is she eating?
And yeah, she's eating. They've got her on Hill's prescription diet, kidney care, KD food. Back there in June, they got her blood work. She said her her blood work was going the other way, the wrong way. But since she's been eating this food, her kidney got blood work done again a month or so again later, or so, and her kidney values were normal, and her kidney functions were normal. So she's doing okay on that. And I asked him over a year ago about gluten-free cat food, and she said they don't recommend putting cats on gluten-free cat food.
Okay,
and
well,
so,
you need to not listen to that. They need to be gluten-free. Because all vertebrates, if they have an intestine, the gluten will damage the intestine and significantly reduce the efficiency of absorption. So anybody who says, oh, it's okay for them to have gluten, the answer is no. No, 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 if you want to get maximum benefit. Okay, Charmaine, what would you give this 10.5-pound cat? As has a history of high blood pressure, has a history of kidney stuff, and it's good and it's bad, and now the cat is in kind of a state where it's okay. Everybody's saying thumbs up, it looks good. But 10.5 pounds, what would you do for a maintenance supplement program here?
I would put half a scoop of the Arthrodex on the food in the morning and a half a scoop in the afternoon. And then I would squeeze EFA in the morning and another EFA in the afternoon. And I would cut up a Ultimate Daily Classic pill in pieces and let me think here, cut it up in 4 pieces and give a fourth of it to them daily.
A quarter of a tablet in the food, that's fine. In fact, you cut it in fourths and then mash it up into little dust so the cat can't push it off to the side.
Yeah, not eat it, right. And that'll help that should help the high blood pressure and stuff.
Yeah, and the Arthrodex, you're right, half a scoop twice a day would be perfect. 10.5-pound cat with all these problems. And again, when somebody says, oh, don't worry about the gluten, that means they really don't know what they're talking about. Because all vertebrates, whether you're an elephant, or a cat, or a human being, or a monkey, or a porpoise, or a whale, all vertebrates have problems with gluten, so they can't have it. And cats, we run into a lot of people with cats and dogs and this, that, and the other. And the Arthrodex is one of the best supplements out there. And it's a scoop for 20 pounds of body weight, and they love it. I've never had anybody call me back and say, well, the animal just refused to eat the food when we put the Arthrodex in there. No, they tend to like it. And Char did a perfect job when she said, make sure you do the EFAs twice a day. And I like the EFA Pluses for cats because it's extracted from fish, and they like the fish oils. And so there you go. Call us every couple of weeks, and we'll walk you through this, Scott. Okay, back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Youngevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Youngevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine-tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I got to tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local Youngevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 9 Flat Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers or emails.
All right, let's head back to Michigan. And Liz, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Liz, you're on the air. How can we help you?
Yes, 3 quick questions for me, and then I'm calling for a friend. Number 1, vitamin D, is there a toxic level? Number 2, pizza, cauliflower pizza crust. The one I looked at in the store here has sunflower oil in it.
Okay, you got to find one without oil in it. Next.
Okay. That's it for me. And now, what about vitamin D? Is there a toxic level? Because when mine came back 107, it said toxic.
Okay.
The blood test.
Okay, what do they want? It below 7? Below 100? What do they want?
Below 100, I guess.
Okay. Well, what you want to do is, don't lay out in the sun for a half hour every day.
Okay. All right.
Okay, what's this?
Okay, I'm calling for Kurt. He's a young man, 64, 175 pounds, 5'9", gray hair. He has congestive heart failure, AFib. He's unable to sleep, and he has ringing in the ears.
Okay, Char, what's going on here? Okay, well, we only have just a moment. We only have just a moment here, but we already have enough on him. What's wrong with what's wrong? What's wrong with Kurt? He's 175 pounds.
He's got osteoporosis of the skull, no question about it.
Okay, so what did you do for him? 175 pounds. Yeah, he's got tinnitus, ringing ears.
I would
gray hair.
I would get him on one healthy brain and heart pack and one bone and joint pack, and then I would add to it the Ultimate Daily Classic, vitamin D3 for absorption, and some MSM and Fucoid Z, and he'll get some glucogel with the bone and joint pack. And, that should take care of him theoretically.
Yeah, and if you want, you can also throw in the Cal Toddy. He's got more vitamin D3.
Yeah.
Not Liz, but this guy.
No, doesn't the brain and heart pack come with calcium?
It comes. Yeah, it does, but he might need some more. Okay, because he's got AFib, very uncomfortable. And doctors want to do the ablation, which kills patients. So you don't want to do the ablation treatment for AFib.
Don't do that. not a heart problem.
And you know you're absorbing when your hair color begins to come back, because hair color going away, gray, white, silver, has nothing to do with aging. It's actually a nutritional deficiency. And the tinnitus, ringing in the ears, the AFib will go away. The tinnitus is due to the skull squeezing the auditory branch of the 8th cranial nerve. The AFib is the skull squeezing the 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve. And congestive heart failure is due to a deficiency of a single nutrient. And so Char did a great job. If you want to throw one more thing in there, I'd throw in the de-stress capsules, because it could be rich in that one nutrient. De-stress, capital D like David dash stress. You could take 3 of those twice a day, and that'll speed up the healing process. But Char gets an A+. Give us a call every couple of weeks, if you would, Liz, because you're going to find that this guy is going to do, Kurt's going to do very well. And these things are all nutritional deficiency diseases. The doctors, of course, they're going to probably recommend it. Let's see here. They want to give him the hot iron on his heart, right? They want to do that. So don't say, give me 90 days. Let him have 90 days without doing the ablation. The ablation is a killer. It kills more patients than it helps. It is not the treatment for AFib. Okay? But it's very dramatic when they cut your chest open and take a hot iron and put it on your heart, trying to kill the part of your heart muscle that's jumping around. It's being caused by that 10th cranial nerve being squeezed by the osteoporosis of the skull. And the tinnitus is very common. They usually begin to lose their vision. They get numbness and tingling in their hands, which doctors want to say is carpal tunnel syndrome. It's really sort of like a peripheral neuropathy because the skull is squeezing the spinal cord, and so on. All these things go away on this regimen that Char laid out for you. I mean, we see this literally hundreds of times a day around the world. Okay, well, thank you so much, everybody. Great stuff today. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Superlative job as usual. Thank you, Doug. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. God bless the American flag. God bless our national anthem. And God bless America.